Have you ever been in this situation? You meet someone, you say, "Hello, how are you?" And they say, "I'm fine, thank you." And then, awkward silence. You don't know what to say next, and the conversation just dies. If this sounds familiar, don't worry. Today, we're going to teach you exactly how to keep a conversation going in English, naturally and confidently.
That's right. By the end of this video, you'll know all the techniques, phrases, and questions that native speakers use to keep conversations flowing smoothly. No more awkward silences, no more running out of things to say. You'll be able to talk with anyone, anytime, anywhere.
So, if you want to improve your English conversation skills and feel more confident when speaking, stay with us until the very end. This video is going to change the way you communicate in English.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fluent English Talk. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Alex. If you're new to our channel, welcome. We're so happy you're here. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's always wonderful to see you.
On this channel, we help English learners like you speak naturally and confidently. We focus on real English that people actually use in everyday conversations, not just textbook English.
And today's topic is something so many of our viewers have requested: how to keep a conversation going in English. This is a skill that will help you in so many situations: meeting new people, networking, socializing, traveling, and even making friends.
We're going to teach you specific techniques, useful questions, natural phrases, and conversation strategies. Plus, we'll do role plays so you can see exactly how these techniques work in real conversations.
We'll start with the basics and gradually build up to more advanced techniques. So whether you're a beginner or intermediate learner, you'll find something valuable in this video.
Are you excited?
Before we begin, we'd really appreciate your support. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us reach more English learners like you.
And if you haven't subscribed to Fluent English Talk yet, hit that subscribe button right now. We post new English lessons every single week to help you improve.
Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our new videos. All right, let's get started. Okay, Lisa, let's start by understanding the problem. Why do conversations die?
Great question. The main reason is that people give very short answers and don't add any extra information. For example, if I ask, "How are you?" and you just say, "Fine," that's it. The conversation has nowhere to go.
Exactly. This is called giving a closed response. A closed response doesn't invite more conversation. It's like closing a door.
But if you give an open response with some extra details, you're inviting the other person to continue talking. You're opening a door for more conversation.
Let me give you an example. If someone asks, "How was your weekend?" a closed response would be, "It was good. Period. End of conversation."
But an open response would be, "It was really good. I went hiking with some friends and the weather was perfect. Have you been hiking recently?"
See the difference? In the second answer, you gave details and asked a follow-up question. This keeps the conversation alive.
This is the first and most important technique. Always add details to your answers and ask follow-up questions.
Let's practice this. Everyone watching, imagine someone asks, "How was your day?" Don't just say "good," add some details. Try saying it out loud right now.
For example, you could say, "It was busy but productive. I finished a big project at work. How about you? How was your day?"
Perfect. Now let's learn the vocabulary. Follow-up question means a question you ask based on what someone just said. It shows you're interested and keeps the conversation going.
Another important word is elaborate. This means to add more details or explain something more fully. Can you elaborate on that? Means, can you tell me more about that?
Great word. Everyone, repeat, elaborate. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools for keeping conversations going: open-ended questions. What's an open-ended question? It's a question that cannot be answered with just yes or no. It requires a longer, more detailed answer.
For example, do you like coffee is a closed question. You can just answer yes or no. But what kind of coffee do you like is an open-ended question that needs a real answer.
Open-ended questions usually start with words like what, where, when, why, how, and who.
Let's look at some examples. Instead of asking, did you have a good vacation, ask, what did you do on your vacation?
Instead of do you like your job, ask what do you like most about your job?
Instead of, are you busy, ask, what have you been up to lately?
What have you been up to is a great casual phrase that means what have you been doing? It's perfect for keeping conversations going.
Let's practice. Everyone, think of a closed question and then change it to an open-ended question. Try it out loud.
Here are some super useful open-ended questions you can use in any conversation.
What do you do for fun? This asks about hobbies and interests.
How did you get into that? This asks about how someone started doing something.
What's that like? This asks someone to describe their experience.
What are you working on these days? Great for professional conversations.
What do you think about? This asks for someone's opinion.
These questions are gold. Write them down and use them in your next conversation.
Now, here's something really important. You need to actually listen to what the other person is saying. This is called active listening.
Active listening means you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. You're really paying attention to what the other person says, and you respond based on their words.
When you actively listen, you can pick up on details and ask follow-up questions about those details. This shows genuine interest.
Genuine means real, sincere, authentic. When you show genuine interest, people can tell and they enjoy talking to you more.
Let me give an example. If someone says, I had a great weekend hiking, you could follow up with, oh, where did you go hiking? Or how long have you been into hiking?
See, you took a detail from their answer, hiking, and asked more about it. This is active listening in action.
Another technique is to make small comments that show you're listening. We call these acknowledgments.
Acknowledgements are words like, really? That's interesting. Wow. Oh, cool. That sounds fun. I see.
These little phrases keep the conversation flowing. They show you're engaged and interested.
Let's practice acknowledgements. I'll say something and you respond with an acknowledgement. Ready, everyone?
I just started learning to play guitar.
You could say, oh, that's awesome, or really? How's it going?
Perfect. Now let's do a quick role play to show active listening in action.
Hey, Lisa, how was your weekend?
It was really nice. I went to a farmer's market and got some fresh vegetables.
Oh, cool. I love farmers markets. What kind of vegetables did you get?
I got some tomatoes, zucchini, and fresh basil. I'm planning to make pasta tonight.
That sounds delicious. Do you cook a lot?
I tried to. I find it really relaxing. Do you enjoy cooking?
I do, actually, though I'm not very good at it yet. What's your favorite dish to make?
I love making homemade pizza. It's fun, and you can be creative with the toppings. Okay, let's pause there. Did you notice how the conversation kept flowing?
Yes, we used several techniques, open-ended questions, follow-up questions based on details, and acknowledgments like, oh, cool.
Each response added new information and included a question to keep things going. That's the key.
Also, notice natural phrases like, that sounds delicious, and I find it really relaxing. These are great conversational expressions.
Everyone, let's practice. Think about a recent activity you did. Now, how would you describe it in a way that invites more conversation? Try saying it out loud.
Now let's learn a powerful technique called FORD. This is an easy way to remember good conversation topics.
FORD stands for family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. These are 4 safe, interesting topics you can ask about in most conversations.
Let's break it down. F is for family. You can ask questions like, do you have any siblings? Or where is your family from?
O is for occupation, which means job or work. Questions like, what do you do for work? Or how did you get into your field?
R is for recreation, which means hobbies, fun activities, free time. What do you do in your free time? Or do you have any hobbies?
D is for dreams, meaning goals, plans, aspirations. What's something you're hoping to do this year? Or do you have any exciting plans coming up?
These topics work in almost any situation because they're personal, but not too personal, and everyone has something to say about them.
Remember, FORD, family, occupation, recreation, dreams. This is your conversation toolkit.
Let's practice. Everyone think of one question for each category. Say them out loud.
For example, family, tell me about your family. Occupation, what's a typical day at work like for you? Recreation, what do you like to do on weekends? Dreams, what's something you'd love to learn someday?
These questions will never let you down in a conversation.
Here's another important technique. Share your own stories and experiences, but keep them relevant and not too long.
Right. When someone tells you something, you can relate to it by sharing a similar experience. This is called finding common ground.
Common ground means something you both share or have in common. It helps build connection.
For example, if someone says they love traveling, you could say, "Me too. I actually just came back from Japan. Have you ever been to Asia?"
See, you shared something about yourself and then turned it back to them with a question. That's the key. Always end with a question or invitation for them to speak.
But here's a warning. Don't dominate the conversation. Dominate means to take over completely, to talk too much.
If you share a story, keep it brief, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, and then pass the conversation back to the other person.
A good balance in conversation is roughly 50-50. You talk about half the time, and they talk about half the time.
If you find yourself talking for 5 minutes straight, that's probably too much. Pause and ask them something.
We use phrases like, "But anyway, what about you?" Or, "Enough about me. What's your experience with this?"
These phrases are perfect for redirecting the conversation back to the other person.
Okay, let's talk about every language learner's fear: awkward silences.
First, don't panic. Short pauses in conversation are totally normal. Not every second needs to be filled with words.
But if there's a longer silence and you want to fill it, here are some techniques.
Technique 1. Circle back to an earlier topic. So, you mentioned you like hiking. What's the best hike you've ever done?
Circle back means to return to something discussed earlier. This shows you were listening.
Technique 2. Comment on your surroundings. This place has great atmosphere, doesn't it? Or, it's such a nice day today.
Technique 3. Ask for recommendations. Do you have any good book recommendations? Or, what's a good restaurant around here?
Technique 4. Share an observation. I noticed you have a camera. Are you into photography?
These are all natural ways to restart a conversation if it stalls. Stall means to stop or slow down.
Also, remember that sometimes silence means the conversation has naturally come to an end, and that's okay.
You can politely close a conversation by saying, "It was really nice talking to you," or "I should let you go, but this was great."
These phrases signal that the conversation is ending in a friendly way.
All right, let's put everything together with a longer role play. This will show you how all these techniques work together in a real conversation.
Great. Let's imagine we're meeting at a coffee shop.
"Excuse me, is this seat taken?"
No, please, go ahead.
"Thanks. This place is packed today, isn't it?"
Yeah, it's always busy on Saturday mornings. Do you come here often?
"I've been here a few times. I really like their coffee. How about you?"
Oh, I come here almost every weekend. It's become my little routine. I grab a coffee and read for a couple of hours.
That sounds lovely. What are you reading right now?
I'm reading a mystery novel by Agatha Christie. Are you into reading?
I am, though lately I've been listening to audiobooks more than reading physical books. Do you ever listen to audiobooks?
Actually, I haven't tried them much. Are they as good as reading?
I think so. It's great for when you're commuting or exercising. What do you do for work, if you don't mind me asking?
Not at all. I'm a graphic designer. I work freelance, so I have flexible hours. That's why I can enjoy my Saturday mornings here. What about you?
I'm a software developer. I work for a tech company downtown. It's pretty demanding, but I enjoy it.
Oh, interesting. How did you get into software development?
I actually studied it in college and just fell in love with coding. I like solving problems and building things. What made you choose graphic design?
I've always been creative, and I love the idea of helping businesses communicate visually. It's satisfying to see a project come together.
That's great. Do you have any exciting projects coming up?
Yeah, I'm working on a brand redesign for a local restaurant. It's a big challenge, but really fun. What about you? Any interesting projects at work?
We're actually developing a new app. It's still in early stages, but I'm excited about it.
That sounds cool. Well, I should probably get back to my book, but it was really nice chatting with you.
Same here. Enjoy your reading.
Thanks. Have a great rest of your day.
Okay, that was a complete conversation. Let's break down what we did right.
First, we started with the surroundings, commenting that the place was busy. This is an easy conversation starter.
Then we used open-ended questions like, how about you, and what are you reading right now?
We practiced active listening by following up on details. When you mentioned audiobooks, I asked if they're as good as reading.
We shared personal information but kept it balanced. Both of us talked about our work and interests.
We used the Ford technique. We talked about recreation, reading, occupation, our jobs, and dreams, upcoming projects.
And we ended the conversation politely and naturally with, "It was nice chatting with you."
All of these techniques worked together to create a smooth, natural conversation.
Before we wrap up, let's talk about some cultural aspects of English conversations.
Good idea. In English-speaking cultures, small talk is very common. Small talk means light, casual conversation about everyday topics.
Topics like weather, weekend plans, sports, or current events are perfect for small talk.
It's polite to ask, "How are you?" but in casual situations, people don't often expect a detailed answer. "I'm good, thanks. How are you?" is perfectly fine.
Also, personal space and eye contact are important. Make eye contact when speaking, but don't stare, and stand about an arm's length away from the person.
In professional settings, conversations tend to be more structured. In casual settings, they're more relaxed and can jump between topics.
It's okay to respectfully disagree with someone, but try to do it politely. Say things like, "I see your point, but I think," or "That's interesting, though I feel differently."
And remember, practice makes perfect. The more conversations you have, the more comfortable you'll become. Let's quickly review some super useful phrases for conversation.
To show interest, that's fascinating. Tell me more about that. Really, what happened next?
To ask for clarification, what do you mean by that? Could you explain that a bit more? I'm not sure I understand.
To relate to someone, I know what you mean. The same thing happened to me. I can totally relate to that.
To buy time while thinking, that's a good question. Let me think about that. I'm not sure, but...
To change topics smoothly, by the way, that reminds me. Speaking of which,
To keep someone talking, and then what happened? How did that work out? What was that like?
these phrases are like tools in your conversation toolbox. Use them whenever you need them.
Wow, we covered so much today. Let's do a quick recap of everything we learned.
We learned why conversations die, usually because people give closed responses without details or follow-up questions.
We discovered the power of open-ended questions using what, where, when, why, how, and who.
We practiced active listening, really paying attention and asking follow-up questions based on what the other person says.
We used the Ford technique: family, occupation, recreation, dreams. 4 great conversation topics.
We talked about sharing your own stories while keeping them brief and always turning the conversation back to the other person.
We covered how to handle awkward silences by circling back, commenting on the surroundings, or asking for recommendations.
We did detailed role plays showing all these techniques in action.
And we shared useful phrases and cultural tips for English conversations.
The main message is this: keep conversations going by being genuinely interested, asking open-ended questions, listening actively, and sharing just enough about yourself.
Remember, conversation is like a tennis match. You hit the ball back and forth. It's not about one person dominating.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Native speakers appreciate when you try, even if your English isn't perfect. Every conversation is practice, and every practice makes you better.
Now, before you go, we need your help. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow.
And if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to Fluent English Talk right now. We create helpful English lessons like this every week. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video.
Also, we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell us, what's the hardest part of keeping a conversation going for you?
Or practice by writing an example conversation in the comments. We read all of them, and we love seeing your progress.
Share this video with your friends who are learning English. Let's help each other improve.
Thank you so much for watching today. We're so proud of you for working on your English skills.
Remember, confidence comes from practice. Go out there and start conversations. You can do this.
See you in the next video. Keep practicing.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep talking, keep learning, and keep improving.
Until next time.